policy rate. All right, is banking policy rate. And we have a couple of other news. By 9 p.m., we had their press conference. And this has actually been a very volatile period. And that same 9 p.m., there was a medium impact news that came out from the US, which is one of the FOMC members. Speaker Waller actually had a speech also. Now, one of the speech, most people from the FOMC members are always of the opinion that they are still going to be increasing interest rates. And his speech today also was more of a hawkish speech. Of course, you already know the two types of speech we have. We have the hawkish speech. A hawkish speech is a kind of a speech that is aimed at increasing interest rates, which makes the currency stronger. Then we have a dovish speech, which is a speech that is aimed at either reducing interest rates or keeping interest rate at a steady rate, which actually reduces the strength of the currency. Do you understand? Okay, I've got some first-time persons here. Congratulations and welcome to today's live trading. All right, so we also have some of the news that also came out. GBP. Now, GBP has actually been a very interesting instrument since yesterday. Of course, yesterday we also had their CPI that came out as early as 7 a.m. 7 a.m. And of course, today also by 12 p.m., they also have a couple of other monetary policy news that also came out. And it's been a good day for them. And going forward, we have the U.S. unemployment claim. All right. U.S. unemployment claim also came out, and it came out neutral. All right. It came out neutral. The forecast is the same thing as or the previous is the same thing as the actual result. So it came out neutral. Then it means that the result that we got for last week is exactly the same result that we're having this week. Okay. Then by 3 p.m., which is in 55 minutes time, Jerome Powell is going to be having a speech, and of course, you know what who Jerome Powell is. He is the Fed chair, the chairman of the Fed, right. So his speech is going to be determining the next phase of the U.S. economy, especially when it comes to their monetary policy and interest rate increment. All right. So be on the lookout. We still have some volatile news coming up. So let's go to our chart and see what we've got. All right, but before we go to our chart, I just want to take up a few seconds to answer the question. It said, please, sir, what is a hawkish speech? I didn't get it. A hawkish speech is a speech given by either the central bank or the Fed aimed at where the interest rate is being increased. So a hawkish speech is a speech that says that interest rate will be increased. You know, we have two types of speech, monetary policy speech. We have the hawkish, which is the one that is aimed at increasing interest rates. And we have a dovish, which is aimed at reducing interest rate. So the US policy recently has been more of a hawkish, where they have been increasing interest rates. So anytime you hear that interest rate was increased or interest rate is increased, just know that that particular information is hawkish. It is hawkish. And one of the things that you should know about hawkish speech is that it increases the value of the currency. Hawkish speech increases the strength of the currency, while dovish speech reduces the strength. So why do I say that? If interest rate is increased, it means that the purchasing power or the strength or the value of that particular currency has been increased. The amount at which you can get that currency has been increased. It's becoming a little bit scarce. So that is why it makes the currency stronger. So let's go to our chart. So we're going to be starting by reviewing the dollar index, as we always do. We always start up our day by reviewing the dollar index. Now, on 1 hour time frame, we are actually going to be buying dollar index. Like right now, even on 1 hour time frame, is giving you a buy momentum. So let's go to 5 minutes time frame. Okay, first of all, before we go to 5 minutes time frame, let's just rule a line, the possible place that dollar index is headed to on 1 hour time frame. Then go back to 5 minutes time frame and see if there is any support within that region or any resistance within that region. Now, this is where we are right now, and we can just actually increase it a little bit on 5 minutes time frame to capture this region. So this particular dollar index, I am seeing dollar index still going up to price 102.015. Price 102.015. It's actually supposed to be 102.00. You can just make it 102.00. Price 102.00. All right, perfect. At this region is actually going to be a perfect region to buy dollar index. So currently, dollar is strong. Currently, dollar is strong. And you know the reason, right? We looked at some of the news that came out, and we discovered that a couple of news that's been coming out from the US has been in favor of US. And of course, even I told you that the speech that one of the FOMC members gave around 9 a.m. It was a hawkish speech. And of course, also the unemployment claim came out neutral. All right, it came out neutral. And that also is a kind of a sending a sentiment. And the neutral is not like a very small neutral. It's actually a little bit higher, but you could say that it is the same thing as the previous. All right, it's the same thing as the previous. So that is why it is coming out the way it is. So what are we saying is that dollar index is going to be stronger this afternoon. Dollar index is going to be stronger this afternoon. So if you're going to, you should be on a buy. If you have actually already entered the trade, you should have been already buying. You should have been making profit. And in that note, every other thing that trades against dollar, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? You should be selling them. You should be selling them. So if you understand how the strength of dollar works, you should have already been making profit on other instruments, which we'll talk about when we get to those points. But let's just use the minute also to go to Euro USD. But like I said, for dollar index, we are buying dollar index, and we're expecting the price to get to 102.000. Okay. All right, so with that in mind, now look at what is happening to Euro USD. Let's go to 5 minutes time frame. Let's go to 5 minutes time frame. This retracement that you're seeing here, it is just that tiny retracement that is happening on dollar index. And of course, it is expected. And for Euro USD, I am going in for my sell and I'm taking my profit, not something very far, but I'm taking my profit at price 1.09655, 1.09655. So you can go in for an instant sale on Euro USD. You can go in for a sale. If you actually entered immediately, you should have already been on profit too. So, but you can go ahead and still sell Euro USD. We're selling Euro USD. So you can sell it at the current market price. And of course, take your profit at price 1.09655, 1.09655. Okay, so you can do that. And for one of my favorite instruments, which you already know, I always say for USD JPY, look for what? A comfortable place to enter a buy. Look for a comfortable place to enter a buy. How many of us has actually been doing this same thing? If you've always tried it, let me see. Let me know you. If you've been trying this USD JPY, let me see you. Have you been trying the USD JPY, looking for a comfortable position to enter a buy? When I mean comfortable position, it means that once you see a support, oh, you forgot to try it today. Oh, hey, yeah. But it is not too late. Once this particular instrument gets to a support, enter buy. Once it gets to a support, enter buy. Congratulations, Mr. Charles. That is it. Always look for a comfortable position to enter buy. So what do I mean? Once you're seeing the instrument is selling, don't panic. Just allow it to sell. But once it gets to a support, enter buy from it. Enter buy at that point, because USD JPY is still going to be going up. It is still going to be going up. It will still be going up, but currently is on a double top formation. It has made a double top formation. So once it comes down a little bit, you're most likely going to be seeing it getting down to price 141.96. Look at it, has already gotten to price 142. So, but let's go to let's go to 5 minutes time frame. Okay, now on 5 minutes time frame, you could see that the trade is the trade is already having a little bit of a retracement, but that is just because of the I think there is a kind of a retracement on this particular trade, but that is not stopping the buy. So with that in mind, I'm still going to be considering a further buy on USD JPY. I'm still going to be considering a further buy on USD JPY. Yes, I will still be going for a further buy on USD JPY. All right, and my take profits for that buy should be somewhere around here. But now let me tell you something about USD JPY. Even if the trade didn't, what was it called? Even if it starts selling and then maybe gets to price 142.040. So if you're on a buy, don't bother yourself. Just enter another buy from this 142.040 and then take it back all the way up. But any buy you're going to be taking, make sure that your take profit will be at price 142.694. 142.694. But like I said, I'm still going in for a further buy on USD JPY. I'm going in for a further buy on USD JPY, and my take profit will be at price 142.694. 142.694. That is going to be my take profit for USD JPY. So it means that for USD JPY today, I am going in for a further buy on it. And even if it starts selling within the period it is, I am not going to be panicking, but rather when it gets to 141.040, I will enter another buy. So every single thing I'm considering on USD JPY is a buy. Every single thing I'm considering on USD JPY is going to be a buy. So with that in mind, let's look at GBP USD. Yes, I'll also be going in for a further sell on GBP USD up until the price 1.27142. So let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame and see. Okay, now great. It has already broken below this particular support. And the next point it is headed to is 1.27142. All right, there is a support around that region. The reason why you're seeing it at that time is because I had to shrink the chart just to make more space for it. And that should be just about 6 pips profit or thereabout. Let me check. Okay, yeah, about 4 pips profit actually. But of course, you can also push it a little bit down just to make more profit, make provision for a better profitability. But this particular point is actually where my take profit is going to be. So I'm going to be selling it. I'm selling GBP USD. Yes, I'm selling GBP USD, and my take profit will be at price 1.27142. 1.27142. So from where the market is, I am selling all the way down. I'm selling it all the way down. Okay. So if you want to take up GBP USD, yeah, you can actually do that and take your profits all the way down. All right. So let's also take our time to consider USD CAD. Let's consider USD CAD. Now, USD CAD has actually been doing perfectly well. So it has actually been doing well over the period. And today, it also bought massively. Of course, because of the massive strength that we have in dollar. All right, because of the strength we had in dollar, this particular instrument has actually been going up. And I can tell you, first of all, let's take a look at it on 1 hour time frame and see what's going on. Look at this 1 hour time frame. It is actually bouncing off from this particular region. All right. And look at my ADX. My ADX is already giving me a buy confirmation. All right. This particular, anytime you see this green moving average, this green trend above this 20, it is giving you a buy signal. And especially when this particular one is also above the 20. So that is a perfect buy confirmation that we've got there. And of course, I'm still expecting it to still push up until price 1.32055. So with that in mind, let's go back to smaller time frame. Let's go back to smaller time frame and take a look at what the market is doing on a smaller time frame. All right, so for this particular instrument, I will advise you set up a buy limit from this point. Set up a buy limit from price 1.31655. Now, the reason why I'm saying for a buy limit is because some of you might just buy a little bit and you're seeing a tiny sell and you start panicking. So instead of allowing that to happen, it's better you set up a buy limit. Let your buy limit be at price 1.31655, 1.31655, and let your take profit be at price 1.31797. Your entry position should be at price 1.31655, and I said it should be a buy limit. A buy limit. And what is a buy limit? So that you want it to buy, but you know that the market is still going to come down a little bit. So once it gets to this point, it will pick up your sell, it will pick up your buy rather, and then start going back up. So a buy limit is a kind of a trade where you set up a buy below the price, so that when price finally gets to that level, it takes up your buy and then start going back up from that region. So it actually happens when you know that there's still going to be a further retracement on a particular market. So set up a buy limit at that price 1.31655, and let your take profit be at price 1.31797. Okay, I think it has already picked up our trade, and it's going to be we should be on headed back to profit right now. So that is for USD CAD. So USD CAD, we're buying USD CAD. We are buying USD CAD. We're buying USD CAD. We're buying USD CAD. So let's take a look at AUD USD. AUD USD. Then before we go into gold and take a look at briefly what's going on gold. Now look at this particular trade. Look at the massive sell that we've had over the period, and this 5 minutes time frame. Look at the massive sell we've had, and it's been a consistent kind of trade. All right, and of course with this kind of cone what's it called, formation, I will advise with this kind of cone. This cone is actually giving us a sell reversal. Right, this is what we call the cone formation. All right, it's already given us a kind of a sell reversal. It got here and it's already a double bottom. Yeah. Okay, so on this particular instrument, AUD USD, you can enter buy, take your profit at price 0.67761. All right, and you can actually use this particular trade to measure. Okay, maybe we'll talk about that one later on. But for AUD USD right now, you can go in for a buy rather at the current market price. Go in for a buy at the current market price. That is at price 1.67664, which is the current market price. Then enter your trade and take your profit at price 0.67741. 0.67741. So we're entering a buy rather, pardon me. We're entering a buy on USD, AUD USD, and our take profit will be at price 0.67714. And I also want to say that if you're on any trade and your trade is still giving you some negative, don't panic, don't worry yourself. Sometimes this particular kind of trade is not something that you need to start worrying or panicking. Just hold on. I actually said something from the very beginning that in this kind of trade, the probability of market coming back to your favor within the shortest possible time is very much high. And over time, it has always done that way. All right. So the best thing you can do for yourself is enter a buy on AUD USD. You're taking your profit at price 0.67741. Okay. Mr. Oluwaseun, please. If anyone I didn't call stop loss, you can always set up a stop loss for yourself based on your own risk appetite. All right. The one I feel that it's actually perfect for a stop loss, I would definitely give you stop loss. But you can always set up those stop losses for yourself. I've seen a couple of your this thing. You can also set up the stop losses for yourself. Do you understand? All right, you can set up the stop losses for yourself. I can give you the entry and the stake profit. And of course, in most of those trades that I know that most likely if you hit a point and will not come back, I will definitely give you the stop loss for them. But those ones that I feel that even if they hit your entry and then go in the other direction, it will most likely still come back to that point. I don't really think it is wise to do that. But you can always set up your stop loss for yourself. That is just my own take, not for a general public. All right. So, but this one, I am saying that you can enter a buy. Your take profit should be at price 0.67741. 0.67741. All right. Now, finally, for currency pairs, before we go into other aspects of this is USD. Sorry. Okay, now I wanted us to look at AUD CAD actually. Now I know that this is not part of the currency pairs, but then I actually fancy the kind of move that we've also been having here. Remember that USD CAD or this particular string, it has completed the cone what is it called pattern, and this one is about to do the same within this point. So if you want to take advantage of this particular trade, you can enter a sell on AUD CAD just within the period and let the price get to 0.88968, 0.88968, you can actually take up a sell rather to that point. But if you're not interested in taking up this one, you can let it be. But for AUD CAD rather, I know it's still going to push down. And also there is also something I also wanted to share with you on one of also my favorite instruments, which is what is it called? Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Euro JPY and GBP JPY. Look at the trade. Now, especially for Euro JPY has actually been very strong for today. So please, just like we always say on USD JPY, look for a perfect position on Euro JPY and take up a buy. Now, it is actually having a little bit of a retracement. Once price on Euro JPY can get to price 155.634, enter buy and determine your take profit on this particular one. But this particular instrument, it is still going to go up. Now look at it. You have to check the trend over time to make some certain decisions. But this particular one, it is still going to go up. In fact, if you have enough money, I will advise just buy on USD JPY and Euro JPY. Look for a perfect position. So look for a perfect position, buy, and then don't look back. So that brings us to taking a look at gold to see how gold has actually been reacting for today, and also taking up a perfect position. Now on 15 minutes time frame, gold just got to a support, a verified support. So let's check it out on 5 minutes time frame if it is also the same pattern. Exactly, it also got to this particular point a few minutes ago. So on gold, I will be going in for a buy. Reason because of this particular support it just hit. Now I am not saying that gold is going to buy for a very long time, but the gold actually is now on a downtrend. So if you have a buy that has been lingering for a while, please, it's best to consider exiting such trades. But for today, for this afternoon, I am going in for a buy for gold, and my take profit is going to be at price 1923.33, 1923.33. 1923.33. That's going to be my take profit for gold buy. Now let's take a look at it on 15 minutes time frame and see if it is actually a perfect positioning. Now look at this. Look at this. This is actually the points that's gotten to. It did the same thing I think yesterday, and it's also retraced, and it has also gotten to the same region again. So I'm expecting a kind of a retracement. It might not get to where it got yesterday, but I'm expecting a further buy on this particular one. Looking at it on 5 minutes, on 1 hour time frame also, look at exactly what I'm talking about. Do you see exactly what I'm talking about here? So on 5 minutes time frame, I'm also going in for a buy on this particular instrument. So you can go ahead with your buy. You can go ahead with your buy and let your take profit be at price 1923.33. On gold, I am buying gold. So let's also look at US 2000. Now, for a couple of days now, indices has actually not been doing as well as it should. Indices has not really been doing well. Indices has not really been doing well, especially for today. It's been more of a consolidating market and a further sell and a consolidating. But that being said, I'm selling on US 2000. I'm selling on US 2000. I'm selling at the current market price, and my take profit is going to be at 1874.1. 1874.1. So I'm expecting it to get back to this particular price level and maybe now decide the kind of direction to take. But generally for US 2000 this afternoon, I'll be going in for a sale rather. And remember that there is a news coming out by 3 p.m. from the US region. All right, there is a news coming out by 3 p.m. So that news is also going to be guiding you through the process. That news is also going to be directing you and also be helping you out to take up some directions. But with this, let's go in for a sell on US 2000. But please don't stay too long on the sell. Don't stay too long on the sell. So I'm actually expecting that the rejection to fully occur. There is a rejection at the current market at the price where market is right now. There's a little bit of a rejection. Of course, it's bouncing off from that resistance, a weak resistance, but still, I'm expecting the push to get to 1874.1. So that being said, US 2000, I'm going to be going in for a sell on it, but I am not staying long. I am not staying long on the sell. I am not staying long on the sell, right? I am not staying long on the sell. Okay. Okay, so I said for USD CAD, this is actually where I'm going to be set. This particular point is where I said set up a buy limit from here, and by now it should have triggered your buy, so it is still going off. So for USD CAD, I am buying from here to the next resistance, which is at price 1.31 31797, but I'm buying my USD CAD. All right, so let's just take it. Actually, oh, US 30 is just beginning to come to the party. Yeah, US 30 is coming to the party as it is right now. It is coming to the party. And if you look at US 30, you could see that it is currently on a proven resistance. It is being rejected. So it is being rejected at that point. Okay, it is being rejected at that point. All right. So but I'll be considering a further sell. Actually, I'll be considering a further sell on US 30. Please, I'll be going in for a sell on US 30. Please, I'll be going in for a sell on US 30. Don't buy. I know it's currently buying, but please don't buy, but rather go in for a sell for US 30. All right. And US 100 also. Oh, US 100 already broke below this particular verified support. So I'm going to be going in for this a further sell with it also. And US 2000. Oh, perfect. Okay, I already look at where I said you should take your profit on US 2000, but it has even broken below. So US 2000 is going all the way down. So US 2000, we are selling US 2000, we're selling US 30, and of course, we're also selling US 100. Some persons cameras are on, so it's actually blocking my screen. Please, if you join us, do well to always turn off your camera. So US 30, I am selling my US 30, I'm selling my US 100, and I'm selling my US 2000. So if you're actually on the trade, please, you would have actually been on a very good profit. So you can actually go ahead and sell US 30, US 100, and US 2000, right? US 30, US 100, and US 2000. Let's actually look at what gold is currently doing. Okay. All right. Okay, I said I was actually going to buy gold and then take my profits around here. Yes, that decision hasn't changed. My buying of gold decision has not changed. Please, I would advise you not to sell gold, but rather go for a buy on gold. But you can actually go ahead and, oh wow, now look at, you just imagine if you had entered a buy on this US 30, you can still follow up the sell. And of course, US 100, I'm still going to be selling it. And US 2000 is running wild. Is running wild right now. US is running wild. Now look at dollar index. Of course, dollar index is I'm actually still expecting it to push up a little bit. All right, so for dollar index, I'm still expecting it to push up. Now, this LUD card, I said is headed to this particular price level. Yes, it is heading there. It is heading there. So let's take a look at some of the currency pairs before we finally go to agro commodities. And how many of you tried the agro commodities yesterday? Oh, perfect. So this almost got to our take profit and it's already reversing. But if you actually enter the trade, I believe you should have even made profit even before the reversal. But it's still going to fall from there. And USD JPY, I told you that all these points are your buying points. All right. It's either you buy at the okay, I said it's either you buy from here, right? Or as I said, and or you wait for price to get to price 142.040, then buy from this. Okay, I said sell from here. When it gets here, buy with it all the way up. But even if you're buying from here, don't close up your trade. All right. So all these points are buying region. You're buying from here. So you'll buy all these points to price 142.694. So all the way is for buy. All the way is for buy. Then this particular one, I'm still going to be selling GBP USD. I'm still going to be selling GBP USD. Okay, so let's take a look at agro commodities. Remember what I told you about agro commodities, right? Remember what I told you about agro commodities? I said agro commodities, the best thing you can do for yourself is to buy. Okay, I remember this particular line. Sorry. Okay, great. Now, I remember yesterday it had a gap up. I said, okay, follow up the buy, right? I said, follow up the buy. If you had actually followed the buy, you should have made some really good profits. Even the same thing with corn, it also had a gap up. I said, follow the buy for yesterday's gap. Okay, so if you had followed the gap, you would have also made some really good profits. Even soya bean also had a gap up yesterday, and I said, follow the buy. If you also follow the buy, you would have also made some really good profit because this was the buy. So now let's see how the market is going to be reacting today, what the outcome of the market is going to be. But like I said, I will always go for a further buy on agro commodities until I have confirmed that the market has finally reversed. The only time I'll start going on an opposite trade is when I'm so sure that the market has finally reversed. And of course, if it reverses, I'll be able to know the reversal point. All right. But for now, I will still be going in for a further buy on agro commodities. All right. And with that in mind, let's just hold on for the market to open. Remember, we said that the market opens by 2:35. So once it's 2:35 and the market opens, you should be able to see the direction of the market. Okay. So we're going to be, this is using the gap strategy. This is using the gap strategy. So we're using it to make our decision on the direction to take. Oh, perfect. Corn actually had a gap down, wheat had a gap up, and soybean had a gap down. Okay. Now, because of this, because I can actually go in for a sell on corn, but I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that, but rather I'm going to be going in for a further buy on agro commodities. I'll be going in for a further buy on agro commodities. But now, this is what the strategy says. The strategy says that if there is a gap down, follow the sell, and if there is a gap up, follow the buy. But with what is going on in the market, I would be going in for a further buy on agro commodities. So for agro commodities, corn, wheat, and soybean, you don't need to pick up all of them. Just take the few of your choice. We're going to be going in for a buy. Yes, you can go in for a buy on agro commodities. You can go in for a buy on agro commodities. All right. You can go in for a buy on agro commodities. You can go in for a buy on agro commodities. So that should bring us to the end of today's meeting. Remember, I said that these particular trades, they are still on an uptrend. So don't be carried away with anything that is happening in it. So just buy your agro commodities and make some money. Don't stay long, use good lot size and make your money and go out of the market. All right. So if you have any question, you can always reach out to your account manager or join our Telegram link via the link that was posted on the chat. And if you have any, if you want to watch our trainings maybe at a later time, always click on our YouTube link to join to watch the rebroadcast of any of our trainings, either morning market review or any other training that we're going to be having. But till then, always a pleasure to have everyone around and always joining me for this particular live session trading. Okay, so somebody was asking, is USDJPY still going to buy? I always said that USDJPY, just find a perfect position to enter a buy. Now, one thing that most of you need to learn is patience. You just need to learn how to be patient with your trade. When you enter a trade, it is not just, your trade does not just jump into profit and then start moving in your direction. Of course, when there is fundamental, it is actually supposed to do that. And of course, with some of the trades that have been taken, we always see that. But it's not every time you're going to be experiencing that kind of thing. So just learn to be patient. All right. Now the same, what do you call? Just learn to be patient. All right. Learn to be patient. Learn to be patient. Okay. Learn to be patient. Mr. Paul, learn to be patient. USDJPY is going to buy. I've already said that severally. Find a perfect position and enter a trade. Find a perfect position and buy. I even said that. Also said for Euro JPY also find a perfect position and buy. So that means he's still going to buy for a longer time. Okay. I didn't analyze DE30 because DE30 is not part of the trade that we're analyzing for today. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for always joining me. It's always a pleasure to have everyone around. So if you have any other question, you can always ask your account manager, or if you want to have a further conversation with me, you can also tell your account manager to give me your own number, not giving my number not giving for her to give you my own number. No, they should give me your own number. I'll give you a call. All right. So that we can have a better conversation. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of the day. And please do well to join our Telegram channels for further information.